You guys can't smell it, but you can see it. You see all the foam in the water.
Look at all that foam. It's so just gross, disgusting.
Look at that. That looks tasty.
Looks like some raw sediment, sewage. Literally. Probably what a lot of the smell is coming from right there.
All right, guys. This is over here at the actual location for the big sewage leak up in Titusville. And this particular sewage leak, like, while this may not be the biggest problem, they dumped 100,000 gallons. It wound up going into this retention pond right here, which then flowed out into the Indian River. And while this one singular one, while it was a problem, this may not be the biggest issue. The main problem is this stuff happens all the time. And this was a sewer main, force main break. So this is a little bit more uncontrollable. But a lot of the times when we get a lot of rain during the rainy season, these local water treatment plants just dump their untreated wastewater into the river in the lagoon once they become overwhelmed. And that's just completely not acceptable anymore, because especially during the rainy season, when we have the influx of all the fresh water into the lagoon, then it creates the algae blooms, which then cloud the water, which shades the seagrass, and then all the seagrass dies, and then it winds up becoming just an ever-evolving situation.
Which is all fueled by the nutrient-rich sewage draining into the rivers.
And all the fertilizer that's draining into the rivers from everybody's lawns, which you guys can actually look up some stuff to figure out how to help combat that with the Lagoon Loyal. They've got a really good website that they've just gotten launched recently. Check it out. Yeah, they've got a lot of resources for local community people. You can go through and look through it, and it shows the different stuff you can do to help, like, to help take care of the lagoon on your own.
It's basically how you can individually make a difference. So you're gonna go out, do little things, you know, such as cleaning up your dog waste, maybe washing your vehicle in the grass instead of on the street, so that way that water doesn't run into the rivers and
not using fertilizer if you live right on the lagoon.
Exactly, things like that.
Look at this nasty thing. This area is closed for swimming. Recent contamination as a result of a sanitary sewer force main break may have made this area unsafe to use. Please contact the City of Titusville Water Sources Department.
Yeah, guys, so apparently we cannot fish, swim, or even boat. Check it out, like, it's ridiculous, guys. Why is this even a thing? Absolutely ridiculous. It's right down the road from us, right in Titusville. We're having to deal with this. This is insane. It's time for some action.
Look at that. That looks tasty.
Looks like some raw sediment, sewage. Literally. Probably what a lot of the smell is coming from right there. It's all piled up. Look at the green water in the corner.
It's where it's dried out. Yeah, you can see where there's stuff floating in the water.
That is gross.
Once it washes out into the lagoon, that's going to contribute to an algae bloom.
Yeah. Which
will then inevitably contribute to a fish kill.
And this is
the never-ending cycle that we're constantly dealing with.
Come on, guys. Yeah, guys, there's a right in the middle. Look at all that foam. It's so just gross, disgusting. Like, look at all that sewage. That water, you guys can't tell, but Eric went over that way. But look, check it out. You gotta wear the thing over your face. You gotta wear the gaiter, because it is just terrible smelling out here.
Okay, we got a little bit better shot. I'm not quite sure if we're supposed to be here or not, but you can see the foam a bit better from this angle. And then look at this poor guy out there. We got a shit gator. There's an alligator sitting right out there on the island, just right in the middle of all the shit water. He's probably been eating all the dead fish. We got our decorative swan, we got our fountain, and the bioactive, biocontaminated water.
Terrible. It smells so bad, huh, Eric?
Yeah, it smells terrible out here.
Absolutely unreal. Unreal, guys. But please, it's saying the stuff like this is not going to change without somebody doing stuff. We gotta be proactive. We gotta work on this. Sign up with Lagoon Loyal. You know, do your thing, guys. We gotta all make a difference. We have to, or this lagoon is not gonna be here for our children. It's just not. Like Eric was saying, I'm sure you guys can see the gator just hanging out. That terrible water. Absolutely unreal.
Just imagine what it would be like to be that little guy and be sitting out there on that island, and this is your house.
Yep.
And you gotta live in this now.
Covered in sewage. Like, look at that foam, guys. Look at that foam. It is disgusting.
We probably honestly shouldn't even be over here this close to this water, like downwind of this mountain.
There's no way it's good to be this close, but we're in here getting you guys some good footage to bring, you know, some light on the situation in Brevard. It's ridiculous. It's time to act. The time is now. All right, guys, so I'm sure you hopefully I'm sure you guys are upset, angered. I know I am. This situations like this gotta be solved. Please do your part. Join Lagoon Loyal. Get your rewards. Do your things in your community. Be aggressive, guys. If you see people doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, using fertilizers during the fertilizer ban, dumping stuff, living right along the river, say something to them, address it. Talk to your public officials, guys. We cannot just sit here and lay back and not do anything. Time to address it now. The time is now.
Yeah, this is something that definitely has to be addressed. We've got to start making progress on making general uniform resolutions that are going to be followed and practiced to help solve this issue.
It's terrible, guys. Like, we have our gators on still. It's not just for effect. It smells terrible out here. So please do your part, guys. Let's address the situation and get it done.